Hello, I am Pramod Kumar. Today we will study English for class 12 Bihar board. Our book is Rainbow Part 2 and the poem is Ode to Autumn, written by John Keats. First of all, we should know ode. Ode means a lyric poem, lyrical poem. Ode means a lyrical poem, usually addressed to a particular subject. Right? So here the poet is talking about autumn, a lyric poem in respect of autumn. Autumn in European countries is generally September to November, and it falls between summer and winter. Summer has just passed, winter is yet to come. That is autumn. So, in this poem, John Keats was a great poet, lived for a very short time, 1795 to 1821, lost his parents at very early age. By the end of 15 years of age, he had lost both his parents. At 9 years of age, he lost one, and at the age of 15, he lost another of his parents also. His life was full of troubles, tribulations. In this poem, John Keats describes the beauty and characteristic spirit of autumn season. In a series of, he gives a series of memorable pictures, the pictures that we can never forget, we will always remember, exhibiting the principles of beauty of nature. He was very close with the beauty of nature. Everybody sees, but very few people notice, and fewer people can express it in words. That way he was gifted, right? In this poem, Ode to Autumn, the poet celebrates beauty of autumn season and focuses on its passing also. He is celebrating the beauty of autumn season and he is also focusing on its passing, and also contemplates on the senses and the nature's beauties. Senses and the, why senses? Because somewhere he will talk about some juice, somewhere he will talk about some nice feel through our touch, somewhere he will talk about beauty which we can see through eyes. So he senses, contemplates on transitory nature of life. Here he contemplates on transitory nature of life. What is transitory? Which passes quickly, doesn't remain a stay for long. Transitory, kshanik, kshanbhangur, transitory nature of life. Focus is also on the senses and on the nature's fertility. Nature's fertility, because he mentions very ripe fruits, full of juice. So lot of fertility of nature also he explains. The poet thinks all created things, or each created thing, even the most beautiful ones included, which are most beautiful, pass away today or tomorrow or the day after. They come to an end. life is cyclical. Life runs like a cycle. It starts from here, goes there, goes there, goes there, 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 and it comes to an end. And once again here it starts. Life is cyclical. And new life will arise out of death and decay. Suppose something is dying today. Suppose summer season has died today. So it naturally means that autumn will start. So the death or demise or decay of summer, end of summer, has given rise to something new, and that is autumn. The poet also implies the cycle of life and the interconnectedness of fruitfulness. In this poem, the poet has given a very nice chronology of interconnectedness. When you start the poem, in the first stanza you will find fruitfulness. Everything is full of fruitfulness. Fruitfulness of autumn. Then when you go ahead, you find early stage of autumn. Next you find growth stage. The autumn season is growing, growth stage. Then you find autumn's labor. Labor means autumn season puts a lot of efforts in giving its results, in giving what it gives. Autumn's labor. Then you find mid-autumn. We are in the middle of autumn. We are progressing. Then maturation of autumn. Autumn season is maturing. It is coming to the stage of maturity. Then autumn's decline. It starts declining. Means nearing its end. Then heralding of winter. Winter is knocking at our doors. Means autumn is to end. And then approaching death. What is death? Death of autumn season, which naturally results into beginning of winter season. So when you read the poem, it runs like this chronology. It develops from one stage to next, next to next, and that way finally it comes to an end, right? What is the theme of this poem? The theme is change is natural and beautiful. Change has to happen. Whether we like it or not, it has to happen. And change is beautiful in the sense that whatever new we come across seems to be somewhat better than what just went by, passed away. Poet acknowledges that time passes away, but also asserts that this change usually brings something new and better as compared to what we had. So the poem is like this. Season of mist and mellow fruitfulness, close bosom friends of the maturing sun. Season of mists, fog, mist, and mellow fruitfulness. Fruits are full of, totally ripe. These two are close bosom friends of the maturing sun. They are very close friends of the maturing sun. Why maturing sun? Because the summer has just now gone. Conspiring with him how to load and bless, with fruit the vines that round the thatch eaves run. Wine is sprouts from which we get grapes, is a plant. Conspiring with him how to load and bless, with fruit the vines. Conspiring as how to load the wine plants with grapes. To bend with apples the most cottaged trees. To bend with apples the most cottaged trees. Cottaged trees will be bent with the weight of apples and fill all fruit with ripeness to the core. And it will fill, this season will fill, the season that we are having right now will fill all the fruits with the ripeness to the core. Suppose this is the fruit, so this is the core. So this season will fill the fruits with the ripeness to the core. All around, everything will be filled with ripeness. Nothing will remain unripe. To swell the gourd and plump the hazel shells. Hazel is a nut, edible nut. To swell the gourd, and swell means fill from within, fill. And plump the hazel shells. Hazel is edible shell, so plump, full of flesh from inside. With a sweet kernel, to set budding more and still more. Later flowers for the bees. Later on flowers also will bloom for the bees to come there. Until they think warm days will never cease. What will happen? While the process of growing, these fruits, these plants, these flowers will think that warm days will never cease, will never come to end. Why they are thinking like this? Just now we had a long summer spell, and everywhere it is, fruits are ripening, they are getting filled with plump and juice and ripening to the core. So everybody gets an impression that this warm summer will not come to an end. For summer has overbrimmed their clammy cells. The cells of the fruits and the flowers and the plants have been filled to the brim by the summer. Who hath not seen thee oft amid thy store? Who has not seen you amid thy store? In this paragraph, the poet has personified two things: mowing and gleaning. Mowing and gleaning. Mowing is a process wherein we cut crops, ready crops. And gleaning is picking one by one, picking. So, the poet has personified these two things as if a mower, autumn season is a mower and autumn season is a gleaner, a person who mows, a person who does the mowing, a person who gleans, gleaner. He has personified these two in this paragraph. Who has not seen thee oft amid thy store? Sometimes whoever seeks abroad, the poet says sometimes if somebody is seeking you somewhere else, abroad, may find thee sitting careless on a granary floor. He is talking of the autumn, but personifying autumn as a mower, a person who cuts the crops. Sometimes whoever seeks you abroad may find thee sitting careless on a granary floor. Granary means where grains are stored. Thy hair soft lifted by the winnowing wind. Wind is blowing. So, autumn season is shown as a person who is a mower, who does the mowing, and his or her hair is flowing in the wind. Or on a half-ripped furrow sound asleep. Or autumn is found as a person who is half asleep on the half-ripped furrow. Furrow is half-ripped, half unripped. Drowsed with the fume of poppies, as if autumn season is feeling drowsy, sleepy, deep sleepy, with the fume of poppies. While thy hook spares the next swag, while thy hook, हसिया जिससे फसल काटते, spares the next swag and all its twined flowers. And sometimes like a gleaner, the poet is saying that autumn sometimes seems to be like a gleaner. Autumn season like a gleaner. Gleaner is a person who gleans, picks bit by bit. And sometimes like a gleaner, thou dost keep steady thy leaden head across a brook, going to a stream of water, and autumn is like a gleaner here personified, and he is going to a stream of water and keeping his head still, steady, or by a cider press with patient look, thou watchest the last oozings hours by hours. Or a cider press means where wine is made, passing through and having a very patient look. Autumn is personified like a person. Autumn is as if he or she is a person. Thou watchest the lazy oozings hours by hours. When the wine is made, it oozes through drops slowly, very slowly. And autumn is personified as watching last oozings hours by hours. Where are the songs of spring? Where are they? The poet is asking, where are the songs of spring? Why he is talking? We are in autumn, summer has passed, and before summer, spring has also passed. Think not of them, thou hast thy music too. Don't think of the long gone away spring season. You have your own music, your own beauty, your own grace. While barred clouds bloom the soft dying day, the day is coming to an end, that particular day is coming to an end, and the sky is full with clouds, and touch the stubble plains with rosy hue, and the sun sneaking through the half cloud covered skies is touching the stubble plains, farmlands, with rosy hue. The color is of a rose, the sunlight. Then in a wailful choir, the small gnats mourn. Wailful choir. Wailful means as if they are in pain, agony. A small gnats mourn. Mourn means to express sadness over something very bad. Mourn in a wailful choir, painful voice they sing. Among the river shallows, borne aloft or sinking as the light wind lives or dies. When the light wind lifts up, the wailful choir of the small gnats who are mourning, it goes up in the air. But when the light wind dies down, the wailful choir of the small gnats mourning goes down. Otherwise, it floats with the floating air. And full grown lambs loud bleat from hilly bourne. And full grown lambs loud bleat from hilly bourne. So here also the poet is mentioning the cycle of life. The lambs which were very small, very young. Lambs were small, very young. Now what has happened? Same lamb, they have become full grown lambs. They have become fully grown. So the cycle has moved ahead, the cycle of life. Hedge crickets sing, crickets, jhingur, which are there in the bush edge. Hedge crickets sing, and now with the treble soft, the red breast whistles. Red breast is an insect. Whistles, from a garden croft and gathering swallows twitter in the skies. This represents passing autumn, approaching winter, and winter, as you know, winter suggests in literature decay, death, right? So, we will take 3-4 minutes and we will wind it up. First of all, we want to know about what is ode, ode to autumn. Autumn we know, September to November, Patachad, right? Ode. Ode is a lyric poem, usually addressed to some particular subject. So here the poet's particular subject is autumn, and he is writing a lyric. Then, in this poem, the poet describes the beauty and characteristic spirit of autumn in a series of memorable pictures. He is giving lot of beautiful pictures in this poem of nature, exhibiting the principles of beauty of nature, natural beauty that exists in our nature around us. The poet celebrates beauty of autumn and also focuses on its passing. When you read the poem, it starts with fruitfulness of autumn, that is arriving, then early stage of autumn, then growth stage of autumn as we proceed through the poem, then autumn's labor, the hard work that is put by the autumn to give its results, what is expected, then mid stage of autumn, and then autumn gets matured. Autumn has reached its maturity stage, and there comes the autumn's decline. Now the autumn is declining, and then heralding of winter. Winter is knocking at the doors of autumn, that you go, I need to come. And then approaching death, means approaching winter. Winter is an indicator of decay and death, right? All created things, even the most beautiful ones, will pass away sometime, today, tomorrow, or the day after. Life is cyclical, as we saw here, right? Life is cyclical, and new life will arise out of death and decay. When something dies or decays, something new comes up. Poet implies the cycle of life and the interconnectedness. Interconnectedness we have seen from the stages of autumn, various stages of autumn. All of them are interconnected, right? All of them are interconnected. And in this, the theme, what is the theme that runs through this poem? The theme that change is essential, natural and beautiful. Change is going to happen, whether we like it or not. And in many circumstances, change brings something new. When something comes to death or decay, something else comes up, which mostly is better than what we had. जो पहले था उससे अच्छा होता है नया वाला. Poet acknowledges that time passes away, but also asserts that this change usually brings something which is newer and somewhat better than what we had, right? I hope you found the poem to be easy to understand. In case of any difficulty, you may please write to me on my email. Email ID will be given at the thumbnail to the video. Thank you.